guys, Rob here from the Off-Grid Tiny House. We got 53 Fahrenheit inside the tiny house today. 13 degrees Celsius inside, 45% humidity, and it's the morning. It's just about 10 o'clock, 5 to 10. Outside, let's see. It's actually warmer outside. About 64 Fahrenheit, something like that. So, back at the tiny house today, guys. I got a lot of work and stuff to do today. I managed to pick up, I bought one section of ceiling, plywood, and some boards here. I'll show you that right now. And we'll go to town on this. So this is a 1/4 inch thick piece of plywood. I needed something a little rigid like this in order to you know, hang stuff from it like lights and fans. And I had to also buy, turn the light on, it doesn't help that much. Hula girls dancing away. I got my two 2x4s by 8. Really good selection this time around. They're not bowed or anything. And then I also bought two 1x2s by 8. And these will be used for kind of bracing the center, because when this thing is going to be up in the air, obviously it's going to dip down and bow. So I want to put some little supports across, and I figured, well, instead of using 2x4s, we'll use little cheapy guys like this just to hold things up. Hopefully that will work. I'll probably have to stand them this way though, so I'll have to make sure not to miss my screw holes when zipping into these guys, and hopefully not split them either. So I'll shut this light off, it's not doing much. Yeah, so now can you believe this, guys? I'm in Canada. This piece of plywood, those two pieces of wood there, and these two pieces of wood, $55 Canadian. This is going to be an expensive ceiling, obviously. That sucks. Now, my dad said, well, you could put a drop ceiling in and stuff, but that's even more money, believe it or not. Oh, another thing I gotta point out. Since I put the solar closet up here and backboard for the fireplace, this section goes past the wall, whereas this one ends at the divider wall. So I basically have to start here and make sure I put the 2x4 at the same place, same measurement as this, or things are gonna get screwed up. Because I continued back beyond the, obviously, to the next seam like this one, and yeah, that's not gonna happen. So I'll have to hide that eventually another time. Solar, let's check us out. We are on float. Always. Because I got nothing on. Not really. I'll be charging this camera up quite a bit today though. So, other stuff I brought. I gotta open up this bag here, show you what I got in here. I brought a little drink over from the dollar store too I wanted to try. Muscle milk, protein chocolate drink, 20 grams of protein. That's my lunch. Potassium, it's got quite a bit of potassium, 24%. That's okay. Calcium, phosphorus, protein 20 grams, 3 grams of sugar, 180 calories. That's pretty healthy, actually, that drink. That's pretty good. So let's get into what I brought over to live in the tiny house, or whatever. Returning to the tiny house is my portable DVD player that no longer works, other than through my iPod. And sadly I could not get the cord to work through the boxy box, because that would have been awesome if I could have done that. Oh yeah, big bag of electronics, or electrical stuff I should say. Let's check this out. I got fuses from Wish for free. All my stuff that I got for free, basically. A bunch of fuse holders that are useless to me, though I can use that wire. That's pretty heavy gauge, because the fuses do not fit in there. I brought this over to jam into that hole back there where the wires come in, guys, for the solar. Maybe this will help, since it's got air bubbles in it, it'll help kind of seal things up a little bit. We don't know. We'll try it. I got a bunch of connectors for batteries, positive and negative. 8 pairs of those. I got that cheapo wire from Wish. That was a bad decision. They're not really clear on wire gauge. I got a bunch of shrink wrap though, and electrical connections that will come in handy, definitely down the line. So a lot of good, decent amount of good goodies in here. Just all useful stuff for off-grid solar and wiring, and you know. So this stuff's gonna go into my little cabinet back here, tool shed, and should be good for now. All right. So I gotta put this into that hole back there, and then I'm gonna put my little DVD player over here back on the Panda washer dryer, just to live there for now. Let's see if I can jump up on a ladder and stuff this thing in there, just to see if it's a good idea or not. That light's useless basically for now. LEDs are great, guys, but not in the daytime. Not really. If you got a nice dark corner like I do over here, then yeah, that's good. But I got the solar light for that, so Primo's LED. We'll jam this guy into the hole here, and hopefully this will take up enough space that it'll be it's obviously a nice tight fit, and I want to leave a little extra sticking out so I can actually remove this thing. Later, but yeah, that's pretty damn tight there. It's not perfect. It's not going to be 100% seal, but it's there. Let me zoom in for you, because you guys probably cannot see that. That will keep the heat The heat's probably going to escape there because that's the tallest point in the tiny house, and heat rises and would want to go outside. So yeah, so I got to figure out a bunch of stuff. There's going to be a lot of prep on this one, guys. A lot of prep work. I have to take a measurement from wall to wall across the tiny house, get that measurement, and make sure it's nice and tight, because the plywood is longer going across this way right now, and I'll have to cut it. And that's because I have walls that are insulated, and it reduced the interior width. So, but before that, I have to get my 2x4 up, which will be screwed to the other 2x4s that are up there, and then I can tuck the survival blanket up over top of them. They'll be screwed into the plywood, or into the 2x4s, and then let's see, and then yeah, then I can start working on the plywood. Though I have to, like I said in the beginning here, guys, this measurement is going to be important, because if I start the 2x4 there, obviously, and if I screw that up, well, I won't screw that side up because it tells me basically where I need to be. Though I need to make sure I have the exact same measurement here for the 2x4, so it will be screwed and uniform with the other one, or I will have a mess to deal with, and that'll be nasty. But once the ceiling is up, guys, this will be disappearing, which is good. Now, the other thing I didn't think about is, because I have this division wall here, the solar closet, when I put the 2x4 up, I will be going out further than this where the seam is, because these are 8-foot pieces, but this is not totally 8 foot from here to here, because where I chose to put it here would be from here is 8 foot all the way till this seam here, so it's kind of off, and I have to match that on either side. But once I get the starter up, basically all I have to do, once I get the 2x4s up, guys, that'll be my starters. And then from here on out, I just have to butt more 2x4s up flush against the other one, screw them in, and then carry on. No big issues. So, lots of prep work to go, guys, lots of measuring. And I have to charge the camera before I do anything. I'll probably use Charles's power pack here in the short term, and that will get me by. It's fully charged. I don't need this. I don't know why I grabbed that. And then I also have Primo's power pack just in case. But definitely going to be getting a good workout today doing this. And then I have a small foldable table I'm going to set up just outside the tiny house, where I can take the plywood out once I have the measurements marked on there and everything. And I have some of this painter's tape, green tape, and I run that across the line that I'm going to mark, because that way I do not get splinters, which is kind of an important thing. I don't want to have it look nasty up on the ceiling here. So we'll see you guys in a bit. I'm going to throw this camera on charge, and we'll see you on the next one, okay? See you in a bit.